Anna Montez spent about 7 years in Topeka while growing up as the daughter of a psychiatrist at the Menninger Foundation. Now she's serving a 25-year term in federal prison for spying on the U.S. government while working for Cuba. This is Tim Rencher, the history guy for CJ Online, talking about the spy who used to live in Topeka. Montez was born in 1957 in West Germany, where her father, Puerto Rico-born Alberto Montez, worked for the U.S. Army. Their family spent most of the 1960s in Topeka. They lived in a house that stood at what is now the site of a Walgreens at the northwest corner of Southwest 29th and Gage Boulevard. The family then moved to Maryland, and two of Montez's siblings became FBI agents. This page on the FBI website tells how Montez was working for the U.S. Department of Justice in 1984 when she was recruited into the Cuban Intelligence Service. She was hired the next year by the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency. Montez moved up through the ranks at the DIA, earned top secret security clearance, and was named its top analyst for matters involving Cuba. She appeared to be a model employee. This photo shows Montez receiving a work-related award in 1997. Meanwhile, Montez was committing acts of treason, according to this Washington Post article. She memorized classified information on the job, typed it into a laptop computer in the evenings at her apartment, stored it in coded form on disks, and passed the disks to the Cubans, who paid her nothing other than expenses. In 1996, a colleague reported a suspicion that Montez might be under the influence of Cuban intelligence. This page on the FBI website says Montez was questioned but admitted nothing. 4 years later, the DIA learned the FBI had gotten a tip that an unspecified government employee was passing secrets to the Cubans. The DIA investigated, pinpointed Montez as a suspect, and built a case against her. Montez was arrested in September 2001, 10 days after the 9/11 bombings, amid concerns she might receive and share information that could hinder the upcoming war in Afghanistan. She could have potentially faced the death penalty, but pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit espionage in exchange for a 25-year sentence. Montez contended she had a moral obligation to help the Cubans, who were being treated unfairly by the U.S. government. She's being held today in this federal prison in Fort Worth, Texas, and is scheduled to get out in 2023. This is Tim Rencher, the history guy for CJ Online.